All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're deconstructing a really fascinating entry-level online offer called Your Daily Traffic. Honestly, it's kind of like a masterclass in modern digital marketing strategies, and we're going to break down exactly how it all works, piece by piece. So, what does one single dollar actually buy you in affiliate marketing? That's the exact question we're answering today by looking right past the bold headlines of Your Daily Traffic. In a world where digital ads can easily run you $5 a day just to test the waters, a $1 entry point, well, it's perfectly designed to make you stop scrolling and start clicking. But what's truly waiting on the other side of that dollar bill? Let's find out. Here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the $1 pitch itself. Then, the unknown traffic source, what's inside the sales funnel, the creator's track record, and finally, reading the fine print. All right, part one, the $1 pitch. The whole premise here is remarkably simple. You submit literally any URL you want, no tech skills required whatsoever, and you receive a guaranteed minimum of 100 clicks through a personal rotator for just $1. The sales copy really leans into this idea that it works in absolutely any niche. You just submit your link and boom, job done. And because they clearly state that 100 clicks is just the minimum, it frames the traffic as basically unlimited. It's a super low friction pitch, right? And to really sweeten the deal, the vendor bundles in 5 fast action bonuses to create this immediate, overwhelming sense of value. Literally, as soon as you hit the page, you're offered tools like Traffic Time 25, an AI tool called Let's Go Chat Sonic, High Ticket Heist, Rhino Results 2.0, and Lightning List. Sounds like a lot for a buck. But here's where it gets interesting. When you take a closer look, you'll realize that several of these bonuses appear to be older, previously released products. They're just being repurposed here as launch incentives instead of being brand new tools. Take Let's Go Chat Sonic, for example. It's marketed as this AI that's 10 times more powerful than ChatGPT, but when you look at the broader context of this vendor's catalog, these bonuses are often just recycled from past launches. It's a classic strategy, honestly. You inflate the perceived value without actually having to create new assets from scratch. Moving on to part 2, the unknown traffic source. The sales page describes the origin of the clicks with this exact phrase, a secret underground source that will never run out, but they provide absolutely zero concrete details. I want you to think about that for a second. If you're buying traffic to generate sales or leads, the origin of that traffic is arguably the most critical piece of data you could ask for. Yet, neither the main sales page nor the joint venture page explains where these guaranteed clicks are actually coming from. It's a complete mystery. So the really crucial point here is that while the volume is guaranteed, there's zero transparency regarding whether this traffic is actually likely to convert, or if it even includes real interested human visitors. I mean, there's no mention of geographic targeting. Are these clicks from Tier 1 countries like the US or UK or somewhere else? There's absolutely no human versus bot verification standard mentioned. 100 clicks from an undisclosed source is a massively different proposition than 100 clicks from a verified, highly targeted ad campaign. Okay, let's look at part 3, inside the sales funnel. This is where you see how that $1 entry point blows wide open into a back end totally designed to monetize buyers. Once you're in for $1, the real business model kicks into gear. You're immediately presented with a pro version for $27, reseller rights for $47, and behind the scenes, there's even an unlisted elite daily income academy for $497. That $1 price tag is a tripwire. It's a clever way to get you into a sequence where much higher ticket items are presented to you, one right after the other. What's really surprising, though, is that totally unlisted items like a $9.95 Christmas 24 bundle suddenly appear in the live checkout process. This bundle has absolutely nothing to do with guaranteed URL clicks, and it wasn't listed anywhere on the original sales page. When our source reviewer cross-checked the stated funnel against the live dashboard, these weird discrepancies just popped up. Out of nowhere, you're offered a differently branded Place Your Link tool and Christmas bundle mid-checkout. It just goes to show why you need to keep your eyes peeled. What's advertised up front isn't always the full reality of the checkout cart. Which brings us to part 4, the creator's track record. 48,860. That is the staggering number of recorded sales this established high-volume vendor has generated across 909 different products on Warrior Plus. So yeah, this is absolutely not a fly-by-night operation. Dawud Islam is the CEO of Elite Tigers Group, and he has built a massive, long-running catalog on the platform. In that massive scale, it translates directly into real revenue. Just looking at this vendor dashboard shows daily revenues in the thousands, proving for sure that this high-volume, low-entry price strategy is incredibly effective for the vendor. They know exactly how to structure an offer that converts casual browsers into buyers. But here's where we uncover a really fascinating pattern. Independent research reveals a highly documented repeating template. The creator has released a ton of very similarly structured $1 guaranteed traffic offers before, reusing the exact same 5 bonus structure and refund templates. Products like $1 unlimited traffic and Tiger traffic share a nearly identical genetic makeup to your daily traffic. It's an iterative business model. They're basically refining and relaunching a working template over and over again, rather than inventing a fundamentally new concept each time. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Finally, Part 5, Reading the Fine Print.
You're going to see this shiny, confidence-boosting badge placed prominently right next to the buy button. It screams safety, risk-free, complete satisfaction. As a buyer, you see this and naturally assume, hey, if the traffic is junk, I can just get my dollar back, no sweat. But when we actually contrast the marketing framing with the fine print, we see this is strictly a technical access guarantee. It is not a general dissatisfaction-based refund. If you simply aren't happy with the quality of the clicks, well, that actually doesn't qualify you for a refund under these terms. You only get your money back if you literally cannot log in due to a technical glitch. That is a massive difference between what the headline implies and what the legal text actually enforces. Let's wrap this up with a pre-purchase checklist. We've distilled all of this into a 5-point checklist to give you a completely transparent look at the offer mechanics. This way, you can evaluate if it actually fits your specific marketing needs. First, always try to confirm exactly where your traffic is coming from. Second, acknowledge that your refund is based solely on technical access, not satisfaction. Third, definitely keep an eye out for surprise unlisted upsells in the checkout cart, like that Christmas 24 bundle. Fourth, if you've bought from this vendor before, double-check that you aren't just buying a renamed version of something you already own. And finally, always test the waters with that $1 front end before you start dropping $27 or $47 on the upgrades. Ultimately, you really have to ask yourself, is volume alone worth the investment when the source remains entirely in the dark? $1 is incredibly cheap, for sure, but 100 blind clicks might just be exactly that, 100 blind clicks. So, before you hand over your dollar and open the door to that hidden funnel behind it, just make absolutely sure you know exactly what you're buying. Keep learning, stay curious, and I will see you in our next explainer.